Hello, Ian and Pam. I'd like to purchase a property you have listed on Azalea Street in Richmond, Virginia. Been looking at this property. Friend of mine, Andrew's been asking you guys questions, learning more about the property, reporting back to me. I've been looking at it. I've been studying it. I like to study these kinds of properties because of the traffic, because of the neighbor, because I can see where people that are shopping in the neighbor shops like the KFC across the street are going. Where are they going after this location? Where are they coming to before this location? And what's missing? What could this old bank branch be used for? I like to do land deals. I've done land deals all across the country in lots of different ways. When I started getting into high traffic retail properties, it became very clear to me that these things are hard to sell, they're hard to figure out without a tenant. Without a tenant that's going to use this property and pay rent out into the future, they're really hard to figure out. I spent a lot of time on the data and the technology and the angles and the presentation, the talk, all the different attributes of finding tenants for these kinds of properties. Just recently I signed a property a lot like this with a particular user, bulldozed the building, we put their shop there, offered them the finance to put their shop there, make it happen and pay rent out into the future. I would like to do that with this property. This property fits the same attributes as that client I just did that with. I would like to take it to them, to their brand, and others like them that I think could use this in the same way. I think I could do that because of the data that I see here of where these people are shopping and where they're going and what's missing in this neighborhood. If you're open to those kinds of offers, please take a look at the offer included with this video. I'm asking for some time to talk to those tenants, to work with those tenants, to say this is the right building for them or the right property for them. I'm looking at it as a land play. The right property for them to put their shop there. I'll build it for them, I'll finance it, I'll make it happen if they're willing to use this location with these neighbors and the traffic that's going by in front of this property. I like to show them where those people that are shopping in these shops are shopping elsewhere that should be shopping at their brand here that's not here. I love to make that presentation and show them those numbers and grab them by the ear, drag them over here and show them this property and make that happen. So that's why I'm asking for some time to be able to do that, to confirm that they're willing to go here. And once they're willing to go here with this property, I'll go close with you as fast as I can and go work it out with them going forward from there. So please take a look at the offer included with this video. My name's Luke Smith, proof of funds in there with it. And you can look me up on the internet, you can look me up on YouTube, you can look me up on social media, you can look me up in county records and lots of different places across the country, different properties. You can see my name all over the place or my address. You can look me up by address, like where the tax bills go, right? You see a bunch of different names. I'm a data guy, I like looking up real estate in different ways and figuring it out, right? So I see you guys have bought a portfolio of these kinds of properties, so you might see me come up a couple times as I work my way through different properties that you're into. Please take a look at my offer that's included. Feel free to get back to me with any questions, comments, and let me know how I can help. If you're watching this video from another angle, you're like, Luke, how do I figure out a tenant for my property? Or how do I do what you're doing? Those kinds of questions. I put a link in the description of this video below. It takes you back to my little community where we've got a lot of like-minded people talking about these kinds of properties, high traffic retail kinds of properties, and making them and splitting them and bulldozing them, putting new buildings on them, putting new brands on them. Lots of different ways of making these properties happen and getting them back into production, getting them into a retail operation where somebody's paying rent, doing business, and making a better neighborhood of it, right? So take a look at that. There's a bunch of free information there. I do free calls, answer a lot of questions. I learn a lot from it. Hopefully you do too. So if you're interested in this kind of real estate, head back to that link in the description below and hopefully we can meet up on the other side there. If you're interested in owning the kinds of shops that end up on a property like this, a high traffic retail property with a lot of traffic in front and QSR kinds of names around and quick service restaurants around there, I like to define these kinds of properties as the kind of property you can stand in the street and look one way or the other and you're going to see a McDonald's, right? Like those kinds of properties, high traffic retail properties. Feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is on ruralvacantland.com and say, Luke, I like to own those. I like to have the depreciation. I like to have the cash flow of them. I like to be a part of the ownership of those. I got 1031 exchanges or something. I'd like to suck up your properties after you're done with them. That's great. I don't have the cost of capital to own these things forever. If you want to own some of these with me, let me know about that too. I've got opportunities for that as well. This one, it got proof of funds with the offer, ready to go to pay for it. But for after they're polished up and ready to go into the future, that's the kind of money I'm looking for. So if you're that person and you like that side of the finance of these businesses, please reach out to me. Hope to talk to you soon. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.